This is the Class 313 EMU pack. Produced by Waggonz in association with Armstrong Powerhouse, it currently retails at £14.99 and is available to download directly from the Armstrong Powerhouse website. The Class 313 was designed and built between 1976 and 1977 at British Rail Engineering Limited in York. A total of 64 three-car units were built and were originally designed for use on services into Moorgate. They soon found their way onto the North and West London lines, as well as running alongside similar-looking Class 508 on the Watford DC line. After being replaced by Class 378 EMUs in 2010, the 313s that worked for routes which became part of the London Overground network were transferred to Southern and can still be seen today on services between Portsmouth, Brighton and Eastbourne. This pack features liveries that 313s have operated in over the years, and these are BR Blue, Network South East, Silverlink Metro, London Overground, West Anglia Great Northern, First Capital Connect, Great Northern, and finally Southern. It should be noted that realistic branding is not included with the current version of this pack due to trademark issues and licensing restrictions. Both internally and externally, the Class 313 is a highly detailed model and it makes good use of high definition visuals. Whilst the train lacks a dedicated passenger view, the carriage interiors are full of detail and character, and the style of the interior changes with the livery. There is also a fine amount of detail in the driving cab, and depending on the livery, you can see some differences in detail. The train comes with the following working features, the first of which is a cold start procedure, which involves holding down the driver's safety handle whilst simultaneously moving the reverser to activate the AWS. The second major feature is the implementation of the train protection and warning system. On certain routes such as London to Peterborough, if a train runs over a TPWS grid on the approach to a red signal at more than 20 miles an hour or a dead-end siding at more than 10 miles an hour, the train brakes will be applied automatically. Other features include working wipers, independently controlled train lighting, driver reminder appliance, driver only operation, and dual voltage functionality, allowing the 313 to switch between the 750 volt third rail and the 25 kV AC overhead wires. As per reality, the Southern Class 313 lacks a pantograph, and as such it can only run on the third rail. The Southern units are also equipped with an electronic destination display. These can be set in-game, simply by using the mouse to enter certain codes on the in-cab computer. Non-Southern 313s have manual destination blinds, and these are changed using the F7 and F8 keys respectively. Animations perform rather smoothly, and I find it rather exciting to watch the connecting wires between the carriages jingle about whilst the train is in motion. Added touches like this make the 313 more appealing. As we all know, however, pretty looks and added features can only take you so far in Train Simulator. The train must be drivable, and I'm happy to say that the 313 ticks that box as well. The Class 313 simulates the camshaft system of regulating power. With a good amount of jerking and jolting, it can provide a lively ride for the unsuspecting passenger. Braking performance is good on the 313, and with careful planning, you should be able to achieve some smooth stops. The sounds that AP have provided the train with are good, and they provide a decent representation on how a Class 313 should sound. However, I do feel that the traction motors sound a little bit synthetic, most particularly at lower speeds, but apart from that, everything else sounds spot on. I particularly like the AWS hooter, the two-tone horn, and the generator. When you have the cab windows shut, the external sounds are for the most part well insulated, and when you have the window open, you can hear the traction motors more clearly, and you get the sound of the wind rushing past at higher speeds. Coupled with realistic fading effects on the external views, you can become drawn in by the sense of movement. This pack comes with 6 scenarios, 3 for the North London line and 3 for the East Coast Main line London to Peterborough. After taking on feedback about the somewhat over-reliance of extra DLC from Steam, scenario requirements in this pack are much lower. To run the supplied scenarios for the ECML, you will require the AP Waggonz Class 321, the Dovetail Grand Central Class 180, and the European Community Asset Pack. The North London line scenarios only require the route. The scenarios are based off real timetable services, and they are enjoyable to drive. It should be noted that the extra requirements are only needed to allow the supplied scenarios to run as intended. They are not needed to run the 313 itself. This is something extra for those of you who want to get the most out of this pack. That said, I do like the idea of having smaller scenario requirements, especially for the rolling stock packs. AP can create some really good scenarios, and I generally enjoy playing them, but I believe the scenario packs are better suited for the prototypical genre. There has to be a compromise somewhere, and this makes the scenarios more accessible, especially to those who are new to Train Simulator and those who may be restricted financially. Overall, the Class 313 is a good model, and it can be used on a good selection of routes. Dovetail Games have also collaborated with AP and Waggonz to create a version that you can buy separately on Steam. This version is now available, and it currently retails at $11.99. The train comes as part of Dovetail's Pro Range DLC. It comes bundled with 3 scenarios for the North London line and is compatible with the Steam Workshop. However, this version only has the post Silverlink London Overground livery, which is branded. Whether you decide to buy both editions or one over the other is completely up to you, and dependent on whether you require workshop compatibility. However, I'd recommend purchasing the version directly from AP over the Steam edition, as I feel that there is more value for money, especially if you already own the prerequisites for the bundled scenarios. So there's my thoughts on the 313, and I hope that this review has been helpful and informative. Thanks for watching, and take care.